Hey Striving Artist fans, Artistic Director Greg Luzitano here. It's finally time to announce Season 12. Have you been waiting? I've been waiting. We've all been waiting. We've been working on a whole bunch of stuff and we wanted to make sure that we had a whole lot of little details ironed out before we finally said what we were going to be working on this year, but the time has come and here we go. So this is just a brief overview of what we've got coming up. Okay, as each project is a little bit closer to the time when it's going to happen, I'll do another video of some kind or some other detailed announcement to give you more information about the show. So, the first thing that we'll be doing with SAC Sounds is going to be a little SAC music, which is just an unplugged concert. It's going to be really cool. It's going to have a bunch of performers. We've already started rehearsing it. We'll have 6 singers in all. 2 guitars, piano. Should be a really, really nice, intimate evening of just music. It's been a really long time since we've done any kind of a live performance that focused exclusively on the music. Obviously, in the Christmas shows, we have music every year, and this will be somewhat in that style, but this will be the first time since like year 1 or 2 when we did the fundraiser at the Boston Playwrights that we'll be doing a concert, just a straight up concert. So stay tuned. There's going to be lots of information on that coming very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Next up, the Boston 48-Hour Film Project. You probably recall that last year, Expiration Date, about the evil yogurt, was included in the Best of Boston screening. It was nominated in 2 different categories, which is incredible. So we'll be doing it again this year. Boston 48-Hour Film Project. That'll be in May. At the beginning of May. Later in May, we'll be having a screening right around Memorial Day at the Kendall Square Cinema, where we will have all of our films to date, including the newest one that'll be in the 48-Hour Film Project this year, plus 3 more short films that we're working on as we speak that will be premiered at that screening. So that'll be the only way to see them, at least for the time being. At some point, I'm sure they'll show up online or elsewhere, but that will be the way to see them the first time around. And it'll be an awesome experience to see all of our films up to this point on the big screen. You know, it's going to have the leather, like, recliner seats and all of that kind of thing. I've seen the space. It's really awesome. It's going to be a really cool night. So stay tuned for details on that. For our Summer Shakespeare, we'll be doing Hamlet. Now, it's been a long time coming doing this one, especially those of you who know me know that I've been working on Hamlet, since I was 12 or something like that. And it's going to be really, really exciting to finally put a vision of this play out there for our fans. We'll be building on some of the things that we discovered in the Henriette, including sort of casting without paying attention to gender. So if you're interested in auditioning and you think maybe you're not appropriate for a particular part, male or female, show up, because we'll be considering all kinds of possibilities for casting. We'll be narrowing it down to a cast of 10. So there'll be a bunch of double casting like we did last year as well. That seemed to work out really well. And once again, we'll have swordplay. Laura Fury, who did the choreography last year and many summers for us, will be once again joining us to do that. It's going to be really, really cool. And it's the greatest play in the English language. I mean, it's Hamlet. In the fall, in October, we'll be doing Wait Until Dark. This one I'm really, really, really looking forward to directing. It'll be our first straight-up thriller that we've ever done, which in October, that's going to be great. If you're at all familiar with the Audrey Hepburn, there was a film in the 60s with Audrey Hepburn and Alan Arkin. This is that, where she's blind and a bunch of thugs basically get into her home and she needs to defend herself. It's a really, really incredible role, and just a cool, empowering story. So I'm very, very much looking forward to directing that one. And then in December we'll have the Christmas show, Nice Snowin' Ya. You see what we did there? It's Nice Snowin' Ya because this will be our final Christmas show. it's been a privilege to share our holiday season with our fans and with our fellow performers and writers and directors and musicians and all of that over the years. But we've reached a point where we feel like it's time to try something different in the future with this slot, be it holiday related or otherwise. But before we go with that particular show, we want to have one more that just celebrates 10 years, because this will be our 10th. This will be our 10th Christmas show. That in and of itself is mind-boggling, because we didn't even start with that. We didn't introduce that until our third year. So to look back on 10 years of Christmas shows and give you one more awesome one before we retire that particular format is going to be a real pleasure. So if you've been a fan of that one in the past and you want to see one last Christmas show of ours before we retire it, this is the year to do it. And if you have performed in it before and you want to do so again, or if you've never performed in it and you've always wanted to, this is the year to do it, because I don't know if or when we will ever revisit this particular type of show with Striving Artists. So really exciting year. I can't wait. Well, no, I can't wait because I've already started. We're already well into rehearsals for the concert. And man, it's sounding cool. There's some really cool stuff in there. And the writing on the 3 new films, that's already happened. We've got some locations secured. And we've started to work on figuring out some shoot dates. So we'll be, posting if we're looking for actors or props or costumes or locations to film, or anything else that we can think of. So, again, stay tuned. Very much looking forward to getting this going. So, I hope that you're all ready to get on board with it, because it's going to be a really, really awesome year. So, thank you for always supporting us and for always being there and always being as excited as we are for the cool projects that we've got coming up. See you around the bend, kids. All right? Excelsior.